Okay, so I want to go over a technique I kind of stumbled across for saving prints that have deep layer lines. Like, I don't know if you can see it, but in this one, there's a couple of deep grooves right in here and right in here. There's a few up here. There's one wide one down here. Now, I could try to sand that so it's all level, but that would take forever, and I'm not really into that. So this is what I kind of stumbled across. And, excuse me, this is just a stick I made out of some scrap wood that I got from Home Depot. It's nothing special. It's just got a wide angle on one side and a thin angle on the other side. And you're going to need something like this. It doesn't have to be this exactly. You could probably do this with a popsicle stick or anything else. I'm going to use Abe's Epoxy Sculpt. And what you do is you just grab a chunk of it, and you want to sort of spatula it on, right? Now, you got to use some pressure, because what you want to do is you want to try to get it just in the grooves. Right, now let's get rid of that. Now I'm going to take a little water on the end of the stick, and you really want to press. So basically what you're doing is you're making everything else very, very thin, and you're scraping the extra off, and you're just leaving what's in the groove. Can you see how you can see the groove so much better now? And you want to do this all around, because you want to just fill in the groove. And then a light sanding is going to remove the rest of this. And it'll just leave the groove filled in. And it takes away a lot of sanding. Now, the downside to using Epoxy Sculpt is that it really takes 24 hours to totally dry. So I'm basically going to have to do this and put it aside until tomorrow to finish it up. Now, there are other compounds that dry quicker, but sometimes that works against you. And aids can be a little expensive, but you'll see that's why I got this really horrible, ugly orange color. It was a little cheaper, and excuse me, got over a little bit of a cold. It's going to be covered with paint anyway, so I don't really care what color the epoxy putty is. It doesn't matter to me at all. Now a little more water. And you see how it's really mainly now just in the groove. And that'll harden up, and I'll be able to sand everything really smooth and flat. Now, this works in some areas better than others. You're going to have to experiment around to see what works for you, but I find it saves me a lot of sanding. So that was just a quick little tip on how to help save a print with a lot of layer lines, a lot of banding. Right, give the piece a light sand first and then try this, and I think you'll find it saves you a lot of time.